So, and I'm sorry, Scratchboard sounds cheap. So, can we please assist? Can you give a description of what Scratchboard art really is, and let's sell that?
Yes. Yeah. So basically, I always kind of the spiel I give people is it's basically like an eighth of an inch hardboard, like masonite board, and then there's a thin layer of white kaolin clay. It's like porcelain. It's similar, the similar qualities or whatever. That's the white layer, and then a really thin layer of black India ink on top of that. And so then I take an X-ACTO knife, which actually I can show you. This is what it looks like. Just this right here, little X-ACTO knife. And I take that and I scratch off the black to show the white underneath. And I always tell people it's like drawing in reverse, basically. So
Mm-hmm.
it's one of those things where, you have to think of it like, instead of making a dark mark like you do with a drawing, you're making a lighter mark. And
Mm-hmm.
so you have to think in reverse, basically. And that's hard for some people to do, but like for me, it's old, such, an old hat by now that I'm
Yeah.
just so used to it. It doesn't faze me at all. But yeah, so it's a very delicate process. It takes literally sometimes months of work. In the case of the big scratch board I submitted to the Russell auction, that was a 24 by 36. That is huge for a scratch board. That's not
Yes.
tiny. There's reasons people don't do mini scratch boards that sizes. Some do, but they work a lot quicker. But for me and my style, like that is insanely large. Like I've only done three 24 by 36 scratch boards in my life so far because of that fact that they are just not, they take so much time. So it has to be worth your time and effort to do
Yeah.
them. So anyways, but yeah, so that's kind of what a scratchboard consists of. And so it's very tedious, it's very time consuming, but it can look really realistic if you want it to, which is what my draw is because I love detail so much. And scratchboard gives me that, advantage to use a lot of detail because you're literally using like a blade tip. So imagine the fine line,
Mm-hmm.
like there's a lot of potential there.
Agreed.
And black and white basically, so there's this drama, so you can achieve a lot of cool effects with light and that sort of thing, um with that. And so really the sky's the limit with what you can do with it. The only limit is your creativity and in your thought process of what you can do with that. And so I really like that.